Welcome to the bronze medal match at the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. Coming to you from the HC Slavia Praha Arena in beautiful Prague, Czech Republic, the final day of the 2011 WILC. Andy McNamara alongside Prague Sports' Boden Fuka. Boden, the Czech Republic playing for bronze, a story nobody at the start of this tournament would have expected. The Czech fans beating England to get here. The U.S. coming off of a tough defeat to Canada. What does this game mean to the Czech Republic lacrosse?
It means a lot. On the women's side, on the men's side, this is the best game ever. We've never been this far. The team has done well in their round-robin game with the U.S. They've lasted solid 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We're hoping, haven't seen the team build on that experience and getting progressively better. Pulling off a rather good game last night against the Iroquois. Everybody here is hoping we can put up a solid game against the U.S. and be an opposition that everybody has to count with.
Absolutely. So we'll step aside for the national anthems and come back. More pregame. USA, Czech Republic, bronze medal coming right up. Here we go. United States, Czech Republic going for bronze. Bowden, let's take a quick look back how these teams got here. I can't believe the 8-day tournament is over already. Still a lot more action to come, of course. Canada, Iroquois gold medal game.
Absolutely.
After this, England down to Australia 23-8 to take 5th, Australia 6th. But to begin this tournament was this very matchup, the main event of day one, USA versus Czech Republic. The Czechs were only down 3-2, USA eventually coming back to win 14-5.
Right. The Czechs have scrimmaged Canada 2 days before that in Radotín, putting up a solid performance. Everybody was really excited about the US game. In the backs of some of the Czech heads, the thought of possibly beating the US, taking them by surprise, having known how much this team has improved over the past 4 years since Halifax. And doubted anybody in the States would have noticed. There was nowhere to see the Czech guys, right?
Oh yeah.
So the first game, Czechs were determined to pull it off strongly. They've done well to open it.
Well, getting set, the United States in their dark blue, red and white. Czech Republic in their white jerseys with red and blue trim. Ryan Hodling for the U.S. in the face-off circle. Martin Merlik for the Czech Republic. U.S. scoops it up quick. USA cruised the first 2 games of this round robin. They fell to the Iroquois Nationals 11-10, which is why they had to play that quarterfinal game where they thumped Australia. United States on the left side, behind the net.
Nice hustle by Novacek.
Curtis Vagar in goal for the Czechs. Turnover.
Interception by Chet Konechny. Son his NLL experience there. Jamie Plunkett seeking 1-on-1. Popet, Plunkett, and Popet, the best 2 shooters on the Czech team, and Petr Popet for an early lead for the Czech Republic.
My goodness. Petr Popet will have another look. He had 2 goals last night in the loss to Iroquois.
And that's Jamie Plunkett preparing for Popet, and his hit and shot past the double screen.
Wow, the first ever lead Czech Republic has had over the United States. This crowd is jumping here at the HC Slavia Praha Arena. And Bowden, we were talking off air, if the Czech Republic can jump off to a quick lead or stay around come the second half, the USA, they're down on themselves. They had that difficult loss to Iroquois going down 11-10.
That's right.
They feel the officiating was tough. They lost to Canada 15-10 in what was a closer match than the score indicates. They're down on themselves. Czech Republic, they're riding high. They beat England, their arch rivals. Let's see what they can do as a scrum in front of the PA system. The Iroquois, or rather USA ball. Iroquois Canada coming up later. Casey Powell, a monster versus Canada. Last night, 4 goals. Almost brought the team back on his own. Mundorf tosses it in front of the Czech bench. Going to the little slot. Spinning around. Casey Powell. Keep an eye for him behind the net. Vega hugging it alone.
Double team.
Good save by Vega.
It's a good double teaming on Powell. Although the slide was never ready.
Paul Rabel robbed. Jason
Stuck
Henhock
on
in
the
goal.
ball. Working with Kostal. Plunkett up top. Going for shot. Radek Skal getting the rebound. Seeking a clock reset. He should go wide as well. Plunkett and his effort.
Scooped up by Jason Henhock, getting the start over Eric Miller. And that was the one weakness coming into this tournament people talked about. The inexperienced or veteran status of U.S. goaltender. Landry makes a move. Underneath baseline, pops one home past Vagar. Count it to Brett Bucktooth. And make that actually Drew Westervelt. Drew Westervelt with the goal.
2 minutes into the game, 1-1.
Westervelt ranked 9th in the overall tournament. We have a look. Look at Langtree. Just beat it. Westervelt dances in.
And a moment of hesitation from Mark Kostka before he decided to slide made all the difference.
The Czech Republic, one area they have to improve on is the face-offs.
That's the 3rd face-off in the game, and the 3rd the US won.
US now. Here's Greg Downing, waiting for the transition to come. A stick broken in the face-off circle.
Kyle Ross.
Kyle Ross and Plunkett both not playing in last night's game, going with an all-Czech lineup. Underneath the Mundorf. He gets pushed back by that stifling Czech defense. Langtree scores! As he finds an open lane, catches the defense off guard. Brian Langtree with the golden mane, jogging back to the bench.
Looking very happy with himself.
Oh yeah, 2-1
on him.
USA.
And there was Ziha.
One more time, and easily taking that face-off was Ryan Hodling. Hodling plays the Boston Blazers in the NLL.
Pope missing that loose ball. Battling back for it.
And coming back is Hodling. He breaks through the Czech defense. Chris Schiller on the floor. He will head off. There's Bill McGlon. Haven't seen him too much this tournament. McGlon gave it away to Langtree. And
Shot denied by Vager.
yeah, look for his second goal. Gets hacked. Langtree being forced out, has to kick it to behind the line. Behind the back pass. Spinning, waiting, wide. Now bounce into the Czech bench. And of course, Bowden, the adopted son of the Czech Republic, head coach Jim Veltman. It was so good to see after the England game, all his hard work paying off. He was embraced by everyone and he got a standing ovation. What a treat to see.
Oh yeah, I mean, what a treat to us to have him. Be quite fair. I mean, he's making a huge difference to this team, bringing so much experience.
Well, look at the jump. Look at the jump and improvement in 4 years. 7th place in 07, no worse than 4th here today. That is a massive difference, knocking off 4th place England. Mundorf. Too high, that'll be over and back, check ball.
And Kyle Ross chasing it down the floor, failing to scoop it up for a fast break.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be an over and back call, but you're right, Kyle Ross, who also sat, plays in the Toronto Rock, back in the lineup. Him and Plunkett well rested.
Dukan. Over to Dushley, the team captain. Dushley shot. Clock reset and a delayed penalty. Signalized by Greg Hart. Vager on the bench. Pope as the 6th man on the floor. Dushley behind the goal. Skokan.
Skokan tackled there by Casey Powell. Trying for behind the back, and we'll see what the call is. And is that Greg Downing? No, it's Jack Reed, who was thrown out of the Iroquois game for a cross check to the head. Jack Reed will serve two, and a great position for the Czech Republic to try to tie this one up. They're down by 1.
Better Pope up top. Dostal, Plunkett, Scala. Bouncer shot by Pope. Going over the boards.
Kyle Hartzell of the NLL Washington Stealth. Czech Republic have a couple of National Lacrosse League experienced players. Vagar for the Philadelphia Wings, Kyle Ross for the Toronto Rock. In the United States will be looking to eat up some clock here. They lead by 1, but this Czech team has looked great. Remember, they held with the USA 3-2 after the first quarter. In the opener of this tournament, Czechs have improved since then. McLawn thinking net, over the head shot. That was wide.
Hitting the ceiling. Ceiling in this arena, pretty low.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of balls hit the top rafters.
Czech attempt. A hidden ball, play to Vane. Pope is shot. Eddie Dostal gets the rebound. On the right hand side, playing out with Plunkett. Pope up top. Preparing for Scala. And Scala scores with a second for Czechs.
What a goal! The Czech Republic have tied this game up Are you kidding me? Let's have another peek. And that will be a power play goal. And look at that nice pass. You don't think you learned that from head coach Jim Veltman, Popia?
Hold on, and that delayed penalty call. That was a slash. All right, and we go. The goal is disallowed.
Wow. That could be a game changer. A penalty instead. So we'll have offsetting penalties, 4-on-4. Jumping and heading into the net, almost going through his Langtree. U.S. trying for a fast break. It's 4-on-4.
Losing possession there.
Downing.
Great save by Vegard.
Huge. Robs Greg Downing. And Bone, this is what the Czech Republic need. They need Vegard to make a couple saves he maybe shouldn't make to keep them in that game, especially since that last goal was disallowed. And we will have the under 10-minute break. Already over 5 minutes gone in this game, so let's step aside. United States leading 2-1. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by Jack Astor's, home of the fresh half-pound premium beef burger made in-house daily. Jack Astor's, get fresh. USA in the dark blue, red, and white, taking on the Czech Republic in the white jerseys, red and blue trim. 15 seconds left on 4-on-4. Then it will be United States power play. Czech goal being called back. Open look, diving out of his stick. Intended for Bucktooth. He just didn't get all of it. Penalty is over.
It's 1 minute man down for Czech Republic. Chet Konečný, Kyle Ross, Jiří Goštal, and Petr Popě on floor. Popě's bouncer going high up. And that's an over and back.
Jason Henhock in goal for the United States. Head coach Tom Ryan not afraid to mix and match. He's made goaling changes in almost all of these games. And Casey Powell on the floor for the U.S., arguably the best player in the world today. Stepping in, sidearm wires, that went off the post. And it'll come back, 35 seconds left on the power play for the U.S. A slim 1-goal lead. Czech Republic with the tight box defense. U.S. creeping in. Bouncer over the top.
This time it goes in.
Casey Powell, Bowden, we've seen it all tournament long with that shot. When he plants and fires, few can stop it. Have another look. Just straight up. Not even that much of a screen. Looked like maybe Costco's a little bit in the way. Face-off underway, and Casey Powell, 4th overall in tournament play, and that's with not playing in one game versus Australia. His 14th goal of the tournament.
Impressive record.
Hartzell dishes.
And U.S. winning yet another face-off. The Czechs have not won one so far.
That's one of the areas for improvement. Sean Morris lets a bullet fly wide.
Moravec for Novacek.
Back to even strength.
Plunkett. Finding Popě. Those two both 10 goals in the tournament.
U.S. coming in. Belial is stoned by Vagar. Deep and chased by Popia.
Popia taking a big dive. This is Scala and Jamie Plunkett. Jamie Plunkett driving the goal. His shot denied.
Henhock, and he was hit from behind. Plunkett probably wanting a call, the top Czech goal scorer in the tournament at 19th overall, 17 points. 3-1 United States. Bucktooth being heavily pressured. He races out on the left wing. Spinning and pressing back is Mundorf. Pick set, Mundorf. Vagar got all of it. Oh, and a check from behind, no call. Czech Republic might have got away with one there.
Well, still down by the boards. Scooped up.
That's Mundorf. Snaps it back to Powell. Weak side. Langtree gallops. Kick saved by Vagar.
Vagar making the difference. Keeping the Czechs in the game. Under 6 minutes left in the opening frame. Czech Republic down by 2. This is Radek Skala seeking a shot opportunity.
Knocked free of the U.S. Giving it. Harling was the defender to get the turnover. To Belial. Ooh, went 5-hole.
Vagar stands strong.
We didn't quite know where that was. And a missed pass.
That's Skokan. I mean, he's making way too many mistakes in the game.
And Jarrett Park of the Colorado Mammoth was there to grab that loose ball. U.S. offense. Morris calling for it. Bounces back. Sean Morris.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
And under 5 in the quarter. Is that a penalty?
Oh, yes.
Well, it's going to be Brendan Mundorf. He is 16th in this tournament with scoring coming in, 18 points.
Going to serve 2 minutes for roughing.
And so we get one more time to see the Czech Republic power play. And Bowden, the play of Popia has been so impressive to me through this tournament. We see as the Czech team have him develop and grow into a true sniper.
Popia 16 points coming to this game. And Eden, yet another, his second goal in the game.
Well,
2-3, Czech Republic closing the gap.
Popia make me look pretty smart right there.
Oh, yeah.
Popia, second of the game. Let's have a look. And that's the sniper I was talking about. Lets it rip and catches that spin off the carpet to get through Henhock. And Jason Henhock has not looked sharp so far for the United States. Not overly bad. Not sharp either for a bronze medal game. United States, two-time defending bronze medalists. In 03 and 07, they both played England. England finished 5th by being Australia today. McLawn.
Another big save by Vagar.
Yeah, Brett Bucktooth soaring in. Langtree on the right side. Morris being forced back. Under 4 minutes in the first quarter. Langtree now. Little stutter step. Stops. On the back. Beautiful flip. Novacek got in the way. The improved Czech defense. Waiting and picking it up is the Czech Republic.
And this is Karros.
Whoa, and that's going to be a penalty, yeah.
Delayed penalty.
Ooh. That came from the captain of the U.S., Chris Schiller, on the Toronto Rocks in Czech Republic, Kyle Ross.
Ross still on the floor. Baron being knocked down to the floor. Yeah,
and I think, Bowden, sometimes people who are watching at home might forget, these guys do not have pads on their legs. These are hard sticks. If you get hacked, that hurts.
That hurts big time.
Ooh, boy.
I've felt it a number of times myself. Too often, I would say.
Oh, yeah, you get bruised up in normal play, but Czech Republic, U.S. giving the Czechs all the opportunities to get back into this game.
Czechs been looking good under man-up play so far. It's Popia seeking a hat trick.
Jason Henhock has it caught in his pad, squeezes the thighs together. And they'll look to kill off the remaining minute 40. Casey Powell jogs over center. Czech Republic letting him wait. Not too much pressure on Langtry either. 9 on the shot clock. Langtry makes a move. Casey Powell going to the net! As he was fed, and Powell did not get a clean shot.
Koska got there the last possible second. Pope is back on ball. Doshli, Kostal, Scala, Pope, and Plunkett, the usual man-up squad. Kostal for Doshli. His shot off the defender. Shot clock reset. Now, was that by mistake? Was that a mistake of the table?
And the Czechs not liking the call. U.S. possession, and
now the first goal in the game they did not like.
Yeah, that should be Czech possession by my count, but in any case, Bill McGlon hands it off to Brian Langtry. Langtry of the Colorado Mammoth. Langtry. Force pass to
challenge there by Novacek. Great D. Chad Konechny for Kyle Ross. Now Plunkett being knocked down by Langtry in front of the bench. None of the officials saw it.
Only 5 seconds on the power play.
Pope for Kostal. His shot off the crossbar.
So that will even things up. Only a minute 14 to go in the first. Henhock with the outlet pass to Casey Powell.
And that is Schiller and Ziha, if I'm not mistaken, being both expelled.
And so the Czechs complaining, I think, that they got a matching penalty. Schiller, the captain of this USA team.
Shaking his head, going like, why do I go off?
Well, he's had a tough tournament, the captain Schiller. A rough game versus Canada. Not the overall cause of the goal, but had a couple of breakdowns defensively. So I'm sure frustration setting in for the captain of the United States. They only lead by 1. So again, offsetting penalties. 5-on-5 still. Brett Buckter's at the point. Watch out for him. Haven't seen Kevin Buchanan yet. Vagar, huge save.
This game is getting progressively physical. Kyle Ross and his shot.
That was way off the mark. And Kyle Ross, a defender for the most part, and for the Toronto Rock, usually doesn't take shots. So maybe getting a little too excited. Getting an offensive opportunity. 33 seconds to go, and Casey Powell is down.
Casey Powell on the floor after being checked by Kyle Ross.
And there's an NLL rivalry.
Yeah, it didn't look from our perspective as though he hit the neck.
No.
But that's
we get a
where
replay, yeah.
Powell's hand is. This was just after it.
You see in the center, 96. He just fell.
I mean, the stick was there, but it looked as though he got slightly chipped across the chin.
Interesting. It certainly didn't.
I mean, he's holding his neck. That's for sure.
And it might be one of those situations where it just catches the right spot and he went down. Casey Powell, not known as a diver by any means. I'm sure it's a legitimate injury. And I don't believe Kevin Buchanan is dressed for the U.S. Bill McLaughlin getting the nod instead. Boom, boom, Buchanan getting a...
There it comes again.
Yeah. So let's see. Wow. All right, just looked like a little flick. But if it... And the crowd applauding for
didn't
Casey
look
Powell.
big, didn't look quite as high up as the neck.
And it could be...
But then again, we didn't see it from up front.
And you know
neither
what?
did Greg Hardo calling it.
Well, Kyle Ross is going to sit in the penalty box, but it looked like, maybe he just caught the throat, the windpipe, wrong time. There's Kyle Ross. The U.S. will finish this quarter on the power play.
Now, what is going on? The gate and the U.S. penalty box is open. And we've seen the fourth ref showing 5-on-5. Somebody, what is going on?
I don't know. I saw the number 3, so either double 3 for Bill McLaughlin or Matt Ulrich, number 3. McLaughlin was going to go to the box. It seems like, get back down there. The door's still open. And Chris Schiller saying, forget
this.
this.
Is booing.
Chris Schiller of the U.S.
closes the door.
No one's getting in here.
No.
Well, okay, now Joseph Smith. Joseph Smith heads in now. All right. Not sure what he did.
No idea, Andy.
But good news for the Czech Republic as they will not be down a man. We remain at even strength. Clock ticking down in the first quarter, and what a quarter it's been. Brendan Mundorf playing catch with Paul Rabel. Rabel just outside the line. U.S. looking for one shot. Rabel on the move. Can't seem to break loose. 6 seconds, almost a pick. Westerveld.
Oh, unlucky.
Whoa, and crush.
Saw that big hit coming.
End of the quarter as the goalie was pulled. Plunkett nailed Sean Morris. And Bowden has real step for the break. The exact same score that the Czech Republic were down in the opening day of this tournament, 3-2. The U.S. won that game 14-5. We'll see what the result is. Let's take a break. After one, the United States lead Czech Republic in the bronze medal game.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Tip. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.
The World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by MyLacrosseVideoGame.com. This is a unique project that uses the principle of crowdsourcing to raise millions of dollars. The game will be developed by thousands of fans, players, and supporters who will each contribute to the development of the best lacrosse video game on the market. Visit MyLacrosseVideoGame.com for more details. Andy McNamara joined by Bowden Fuka of Prague Sports. Czech Republic find themselves in a deja vu moment, down 3-2 after the first quarter. the same spot they were in day one. USA took that 14-5. We'll see what happens here. And Bowden, even in the game against Iroquois last night in the semifinals where Iroquois was up 4-3, it seems that the second quarter is a rough one for the Czech Republic. They've struggled all tournament long in that.
They just need to stay focused, not to lose their concentration, and bring the momentum from the first quarter over to the second.
We see Joseph Smith, who was in the penalty box. He is out of it now. And so we have two Czech players in. Chris Schiller for the U.S. and no time on the penalty. So
there's some funky things going on.
Yeah. And we're still 5-on-5 with 2 and 1 in the box. Well, there you go. Action back underway. Bill McGlon. U.S. going from right to left on your screen. Drew Westervelt scurries over. Gets forced back. Finds a look right on with the screen.
And Bager up to the challenge. Now we have another call there. Too many men.
And that will go to the
Czech's going to take the bench penalty.
Now this is an interesting situation because the Czech Republic now have 3 men in the penalty box to the U.S. 1, and it's still 5-on-4. So
now how do we know when are those other 3 penalties going to be uplifted?
I don't know. Very interesting. Thomas Baran serving it for Czech Republic. U.S. will work their offensive special teams. The speedy Brian Langtry, always so dangerous, he sits at the point. U.S. playing catch behind the net. Over to Ulrich. Sets, fires, fills. Sean Morris. Power play goal by the United States. And 4-2 the score.
As we are watching the replay, there are still pecks of Czech and U.S. players pushing each other.
This is a physical matchup. The Czech Republic already their best effort internationally for the indoor lacrosse game. Mitch Belisle gives to Bill McGlon. Finishing 7th in 07. No worse than 4th here today, but hey, they're gunning a medal. And this arena is coming alive in the fan club section. Bouncer behind the mesh to Vegar.
Czech's not giving up by no means. Koska bringing the ball across. For Skokan. Popie. Scores 2 already. Flank it from Ehrlich. His bouncer denied.
Jason Henhock, long outlet pass. U.S. trying to catch the Czechs on the transition. Mundorf did not have full control. Has Westervelt in the low post. Decides for Casey Powell, who's back and functioning well after taking a shot to the throat. Wow. Top shelf. And Sean Morris lighting it up for his second goal of the game. Back-to-back Morris.
We were mentioning it just a few moments ago. Second quarter, always been tough on the Czechs.
Yeah.
Throughout the tournament.
Just beats
Let's
Vega.
hope we're not seeing it again.
Well, Sean Morris, that's his 11th of the tournament. 15th point. And now discussion with the officials, Ross Doschley and Chris Schiller.
The Czech bench pretty much excited. 2 of the coaches leaning over the boards. A lot of confusion on the floor. Way too much for a bronze medal game, I would say.
It's for 3rd and 4th in the world. Earlier today, the English beat Australia 23-8. The Aussies hung in there in the first half, but then Chris Hall As you said, Bone must have said something in the locker room. You know,
sure
Chris Hall.
worked his magic.
Oh. Well, Chris Hall, head coach of the Washington Stealth, said, I am not losing again. They finished 4th. England already dejected and disappointed. Stormed back to take 5th after 2 consecutive WILC 4th place finishes. And look at this crowd here.
That's the local fan club, driven by Stepan Suchanek of LC Slavia Praha.
They are loving it. They're trying to cheer their troops on as
now the scoreboard shows 4-2.
I'm not sure what they're trying to sort out here. And the crowd deciding, hey, we'll do a wave instead, keep ourselves occupied.
Yeah. I mean, what are their options? Not much going on the floor.
Well, we take a look back again in the pregame. We were previewing how the USA and Czech Republic got to this point. In day 2, USA took out the Irish 22-1, and Czech fell to Iroquois 25-5. Is it going to be a penalty after all this?
Not sure.
Czech penalty box is open.
It reads 5-2 on the screen. On
now back to 4.
It's back to 4 now.
No goal?
I was pretty damn sure I saw the ball going in. Now the gate is open at the US penalty box.
So did that second Morris goal not count?
No,
it doesn't look like
it.
it.
Second goal of the game. It's been recalled.
As was for the Czech Republic earlier. They're on the power play.
Jamie Plunkett. Yes, thanks. Scala being hassled by a double team. Popian. For Scala. Back to Popiaptov. Over to Scala. His bouncer going in! No goal! Pero Polacek, the Czech official, on the floor.
Henhock saying no. Official saying yes.
Well, official saying no, then saying yes.
Let's see what happened.
I thought the ball was over the goal line before Jamie Plunkett took the dive. Now it comes.
I think he was in. I mean, I think the goal counted.
Did it?
A lot of confusion in this bronze medal game. The ball's placed at center.
Then the goal should count. Now we will have to check the stats to see where that goal goes to Radek Scala or Jamie Plunkett.
Goes to Scala. United States holding up a goal now. They try to work it underneath behind the net. Jumping, diving, and no goal.
Greece violation call. Now what is going on? The Czechs already. That's a technical.
Wow.
For Powell.
What a huge loss for the U.S. Casey Powell losing his cool, heading to the bench. And the U.S. were complaining about the officiating during the Iroquois game as well. But when it comes to a game like this, Bowden, officiating or not, it's still up to you to win the game.
It absolutely is. Czechs having a great opportunity to even up. Ball going over the boards.
U.S. possession on the fast break. Langtree too high.
That was not a smart play by Radek Scala, who dropped the ball. The spot where he had it, basically handed it over to the U.S. for a fast break.
Not sure if that was a pass or a shot by Popier. In any case, it goes into the U.S. stick. And Westervelt too hot to handle. The U.S. passing getting sloppy here.
Well, same at a check time. And the local crowds cheering up Team Czech Republic. Jamie Plunkett's going for a shot.
Stepped in the crease. Jamie Plunkett, 19th in overall scoring. What a tournament Radek Skalas had. 2 last night, 1 today. For the United States, setting up shop with Casey Powell in the box for a technical. Said something the official didn't like. Ulrich receives. Bounces it back. Bill McGlon. McGlon forced out. Looking for a screen and help. 1 second left. Whips it onto Vega.
Vega stands strong. Vega being a great asset to the Czech team. Kopě for Plunkett. You can probably hear the crowd going wild. Penalty killed.
The shot clock expired. Saw Plunkett. One last ditch effort on the Henhock.
Sworn that went off the post, but
it looked like it. Well, it'll be interesting too to see, does Henhock come out in the second half for this U.S. team, or will they go with Eric Miller? Casey Powell, little stutter step. You know, he's motivated through the screen. Saved by Vega.
Shot. We're under 10 minutes in the second quarter. Czech still standing up to the challenge. 3-4 against the US of A. Kopě and his effort. Kopě seeking a hat trick in this game.
Kopě developing so well during this WILC. Certainly a player to watch for the future. Brendan Mundorf has had a good tournament also. Plays for the Philadelphia Wings of the NLL and in the Major Lacrosse League 2. Major League Lacrosse, rather. Casey Powell plants, fires a rocket past Vagar. And Bowden, when Casey Powell gets determined and upset and motivated even more than usual, he is a man who can take an entire team on his back.
There we see him, uncontested. He's had way too much time and space.
And against a player like Powell, Czechs had, wow, a huge hit.
That was Chad's connection. But no, not even this time. The Czechs just cannot win possession of the face-off.
United States up by 2 again. 8:50 left in the first half. Going on Vagar. Planted in his pad.
That was too high from early. Could not connect.
Rich Belisle of the Boston Blazers scoops it up, and he'll hand it off to Mundorf. Chants coming in the Czech crowd, cheering on their defense. United States giving to Powell, who works it down low. Langtree on the left, centers, whips it way wide. 4 seconds on the clock. Goes to Ulrich, they'll need to hurry. Off the shoulder, fresh 30.
Set. Koska. For Koshtal. And in it goes! Wow. Koska for Koshtal. 2 Radotín youngsters in their early 20s.
Look at this feed.
And what a finish.
Henhock gave him no more than a quarter foot. Koshtal buries it. This Czech team, only down by 1, had the lead to start the game, working their way back. United States starting to feel the heat. Casey Powell, watch out! spinning, diving, shooting, stoned.
The crowd is going ecstatic. Pope for Czech Republic. That's Kokon.
We have a U.S. player very slow to get up. Might be Jack Reed, no.
Kokon his helmet off.
Kyle Hartzell was hit and was doubled over. No penalty. United States will get their offense on the floor. Sean Morris tries to find the lane, and U.S. working the ball well now. Casey Powell behind the back. Langtree cannot find it.
Langtree through to Czech crease.
And that will take us to our under 10-minute break. What a game we have here. The Czech Republic trailing the U.S. by just one, 5-4 in the bronze medal game. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. The World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by Lacrosse All-Stars, by players, for players, dedicated to the lacrosse state of mind. Our goal is simple: grow the game. Visit laxallstars.com. We are at the 7-minute mark. Andy McNamara with Bowden Fuka. Bronze medal game.
Jiří Košťál for Radek Skala. Very exciting game so far. Jamie's Plankett's shot, with no deflection, going over the boards.
United States have been up by a couple. The Czechs back into it. Frustration setting in. Some questionable officiating calls going against the Americans. Mundorf temporarily sets the pick. Mundorf breaks free. Sets to the baseline, now goes through. Almost going through that crease. Careful, diving! And Vegar. They're going to say it was in the crease, and Mundorf saying, where did I go in?
Pope did not connect. Košťál for Plankett. Plankett waited for a cutter. There is none coming though. Shot clock violation.
Oh, pushing and shoving into the Czech bench. Košťál being, well, it looks like the stick of an American player.
Gate.
I thought he was just pushing him, like, let him go to the bench. Well, Scott Ditzel, Boo Birds coming out for the Americans. Drums are beating, fans are chanting. The USA has the ball. Powell trying to make a move. And standing tall is Vega.
Another stick broken.
We've seen a couple of those today.
Yeah, that was Merlik this time around.
And those lacrosse sticks, Bone, as you know, they are tough to break. That just shows the emotion and the intensity both clubs are bringing to this bronze medal match.
I mean, it's a must-win for the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a huge opportunity for the Czechs to change history.
No doubt.
On the home ground.
Bill McGlon. Taking behind the net, kicks it out front. Mundorf left alone off the post, and an out.
Yet again, bit of luck on Czech side. Moravec lying on the floor in the Czech crease. stumbling over.
Yeah, he's favoring that left leg.
Under 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Does not get through. The captain, Chris Schiller of the United States, on the fast break. Give and go, and a save! Wow!
What a game by Vegar.
Kyle Hartzell, stone dry on that break. And what more can the USA do, Bone? They're doing all the right things. Vegar playing out of his mind right now. But the USA
making up for Czechs not being able to win possession of face-offs.
That's a big part of it. The United States goes so much talent from the NLL and MLL in North America. Drew Westervelt. That's one rip high. Behind the mesh. Check ball.
Adam Koska. For better Pope. Pope quick on his feet, off the crossbar!
So close.
So close to the equalizer, so close to a hat trick in a bronze medal game against Team USA. Holy macaroni! That is the equalizer by Jamie Plunkett.
Wow. Are you kidding me? With 3:51 left in the half,
Check out the Czech crowd. They are loving it.
They have tied this game. Look at Plunkett.
Nice screen there by Craig Hart, one of the officials on the floor.
Well, good to be lucky, lucky to be good, I guess. And Plunkett, who is the top Czech goal scorer in this tournament,
and
his
Miller is walking to the cage.
Wow, so Tom Ryan not being afraid to change it. He's seen enough from Jason Henhock, and although he didn't play poorly, not up to the level you expect in a bronze medal game.
Well, he sure made Vegar look as the better goalie so far.
Well, the Czechs have matched their goal total when they played the Americans on the first day of the tournament. U.S. won that game 14-5. A whole new Czech club here. Keep an eye on Casey Powell at that point. With the ball now, Bill McGlon. Back to Langtree. Has an open shot. Vegar save.
Konechny bringing the ball across midfield. For Koshtal, over to Skokan. Legal screen. Koshtal apologetic about it.
2:56 left in the first half. We are all tied up. Czech Republic. Many teams would have thought they had no business being in this bronze medal game earlier. Scooping up that block shot. U.S. coming back quickly. Casey Powell. That's a man that can change a game in 1 second. Drew Westervelt through the screen.
What a save by Vegar.
U.S. retains possession though. And a 1-2 bang to the weak side. Drew Westervelt gets it done. His second of the game, and that's a player outside of Casey Powell Bowden that the U.S. needs to step up. As we have another look, Drew Westervelt.
That goal again.
Yeah, look, left all alone.
Vegar was right there, but what a shot.
Missing the assignment. Westervelt 9th in tournament scoring, grabbing his 15th goal of the tournament. And face off one more time. This is the area the Czechs have struggled in. Hey, they grabbed this one.
Well done, Kyle Ross. Quadruple team for Scala. Scala denied by Miller. Driving back to goal. Bringing the ball up now. Settle off top. Kyle Ross. Pope. Here's shot. Ross getting the rebound. That's Koshtal. Shot clock reset. Skokan. Up at the left, over to Plunkett. Koshchal. Losing ball. Plunkett winning it back. Seeking Popiev behind the crease.
And the United States on the run. Jack Reed went stick side.
Oh, and that was a massive cross check. Just feet away from the boards. That's ugly.
Wow. And it looks
Luckily,
like
Ziha got up pretty quick. We'll see that again. I mean, this is how people get hurt.
Hit from behind. That's just frustration by the United States. And that's a similar situation except from the front, why Jack Reed got ejected from the Iroquois game. And you see his face.
I mean, this is a hard game, and checking from behind happens. Should not happen this close to the boards, though.
And that intentionally.
That's right.
Well, the Czech Republic will benefit from that error by Jack Reed for the rest of this quarter.
Up here for Dashley. Koshchal. Plunkett scooping up the ball.
Under a minute.
Dashley. Pope up top. Plunkett. Off the foot. Not lucky there. He did not move it. Just got hit. Pope.
U.S. grab the ball and will look for 30 seconds to maybe get one here. Zash sprints along. Now we'll wait for the transition. Timeout. United States.
With 23 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, Bowden, by putting Eric Miller in, now granted he's been out of top competitive play for a couple of years, has not been in the National Lacrosse League, but this is a player who has played in high-pressure games, in important situations. Jason Hennock, he's going to be a darn good goaltender for years to come. But right now, maybe getting a little frazzled by the wild crowd here. So you put the stable force Eric Miller in, and he has looked good since coming in relief.
That is right. Czech still to beat Miller.
And that'll be the first big test for the Czech Republic. Can they beat Eric Miller? You know all the pressure is on him, but again, he's used to that. Speaking of playing well, look at Mr. Vagar, 38. Philadelphia Wings goaltender in the NLL. Having an amazing tournament. The Americans being booed, coming back onto the floor. And the U.S. net is empty with 22 seconds left in the first half. United States leading by 1.
And seeking to open up that gap, extend it to a 2-goal lead.
Casey Powell, over the shoulder shot, going behind, jumping, diving, scoring. And Vagar wants a crease call or that the net was off. It's going to count. We'll have to see who gets it. Is it Bill McGlon? Might be 33, Bill McGlon there. You see McGlon race behind the net. Yeah, a little hop step. That's a pretty goal.
Well done.
McGlon
7-5 with 5 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, McGlon's 4th point, 3rd goal in his 3rd game.
Merlich winning possession for Scala. His shot denied by Miller. And that's all of the action in second quarter.
And Bowden, before we step aside for the break, we talked about the Czech Republic had a few good first quarters, but folded in the second. They were sloppy coming out into the second quarter, held strong, tied it up. Now they're down by 2, going into the third.
They're still in the game.
Well, they're still in the game, and if you're head coach Jim Veltman, what are you telling the Czech troops to say, hey, we're close, we're not there, what do we do coming out of the third?
I wish I knew what Jim Veltman's gonna say.
Oh boy.
He will have a, his main job would be to keep the Czechs focused. Already this is huge for them. From now on, whatever happens, you can't say they have not done well.
Right. Absolutely.
So he needs to make sure they keep up their hopes and they come back as though the game is just starting. If he can achieve that, we will see a great second half of this bronze medal game.
My goodness. Well, after one half of play, the United States leading Czech Republic 7-5. More bronze medal action coming up after the half. And you're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Typ. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.